This is me being an idiot in full form. This has come full circle now.
Have I heard about this yet?
Yeah. Yes, you have. Yes, you've heard about this yet. It's the title for the Ducati.
Hey! Hey! Yeah! Oh.
Here we go again.
Every day Nick's on the phone. Every time Nick gets on the phone, we start screaming somehow. This is the most stressful document that I've ever seen in my life. I've never been so stressed about a document before, I don't think. 2 months, it came in, so guess what? Finally, I get to go ride the Ducati.
Hey, I'm fixing my bike this weekend too, so we can ride both of them.
Welcome back. Timeout intro cues. Yeah, I know. It's super long overdue, but I'm bringing you guys another episode of Story Time. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you've seen the last few videos though, you probably understand. Long story short, but super busy. Please understand that. Woo! It is probably, I don't know, well, there it is right there. It's 8 a.m. Feels pretty good outside today. No rain for the first time in a while, and so I figured, hey, let's pull the V4 out and go riding. But I haven't ridden this bike yet since I bought it. Literally not even one time. I've not rode it around the block even once. I rode it up and down the road and that's about it. And there's a great interesting story and reason why, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. But first, you see that little symbol right there in the dash, I gotta get some gas. So, let's take this thing for the first time on public roads here. Oh yeah. So, I know you guys haven't seen this bike in a while, except for the one video that we made after getting it of doing the mods and stuff. And again, guys, I am so sorry. I did not want it to be this way. I told you I got this bike. It was like my dream come true, and I wanted to make more videos riding it. But unfortunately, as you guys know, in life, things aren't that easy. Golly, this bike is wild, man. I'm gonna do my absolute best to tell you guys this story without being too ADHD this morning. Let's go get some gas. Is that donut holes? Are you fucking serious? This is the first time in 2 months, 3 months maybe, me filling up this bike. Never would I have thought that I would buy a $30,000 bike and then leave it sitting for 2.5 months. Dream come true for me, and I've literally been letting it sit. I promise it'll all make sense. Who would just... God, if I was more hungry, I would definitely grab those donut holes and eat them. Kind of considering it, to be honest, but nah. Maybe if Corona wasn't around. Alright, the sun is starting to come out now, so I know it's about to get steamy. Where are we going? Left, right, left to right, left to right, left to right. Alright, let's play rock, paper, scissors for left or right. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, I win. Let's go left. Alright, to catch you guys up to speed, this is a Ducati Panigale V4S. This is one of my literal freaking dream bikes. And I bought this bike approximately 3 months ago, and after buying it, I have not rode it a single day since. Why is that? Well, let me tell you. So, me and Daniel go all the way to San Antonio. We go pick up this beautiful bike. We pick up an R1 as well from a new motorcycle dealership that I'm starting. By the way, if you guys want to go follow that on Instagram, you can go to gorilla.rocket. It's a pretty cool page. But anyway, I end up getting back with the bike and everything was awesome. And so the deal was, the guy still owed money on the bike. Typically, this is a very common thing. Most people, whenever they buy motorcycles, cars, anything really, most people finance it. I mean, everybody's got their own beliefs, you know, so on and so forth. And so the guy had the title held at the bank. That's how that works. The bank will loan you money for something, you go buy it, and the bank holds the title as collateral, so that way if you don't pay the loan, they'll come seize their vehicle at that point. Look at this. Looks good. Anyways, whenever you buy something that's financed, the way that it works is you buy it, you give them the money to pay it off, essentially, and you get a bill of sale for it, you get all that good stuff, they pay off the bank sends them the title in the mail, and then they mail you the title shortly thereafter. The bill of sale is basically what you keep to make sure that you're covered as a buyer and say, yes, I did buy this vehicle, and no, it's not stolen, no, it's not whatever, this is the proof of me buying it, I'm waiting on the guy to get the title. Super simple, normally. Well, in this case, what had happened was we'd agreed on, I think, like a week. Let's say, I can't remember exactly because I don't have my phone on me to see the messages right now, but I think it was a week that we had agreed on for the time that I picked up the bike to the time for him to have the title mailed out. The bank told him it'd be a few days for him to receive it, whatever. So anyways, about a week goes by, I'm like, hey man, I haven't got the title, and he's like, no big deal. I think the bank said they were late shipping it because of Corona or something like that. And I was like, okay, no problem. So a few days later, he ends up messaging me, and he's like, hey, got the title. And I was like, awesome, when do you think it'll be mailed out? And so crazy enough, he sent me a picture of the title. So like, he was holding it in his hand, he had his camera, took a picture of the title, the VIN number matched this bike, everything. And I was like, awesome, okay, cool, when are you gonna mail it out? And so literally not even exaggerating here, after that one message, I never heard from him again. So obviously I'm very stressed. I'm freaking out. I don't understand what I'm gonna do because I now have a $30,000 bike with a bill of sale for it, but I have no title, which means that I can't register it. It's pointless. I'm stuck with this machinery that I can't even operate on a road, right? And so I didn't drive it. And the reason why is a bill of sale typically with no registration is active in this state for, I believe, 30 days. You got like 30 days to register it after buying it. And it had been long over 30 days. And I really was not even about to risk taking this bike out, getting pulled over, and having this thing impounded. Because tow trucks that impound bikes like this are typically not very careful, and this is definitely not the bike that I want to risk anything happening to. So I didn't ride it, and literally weeks went by. Weeks after week after week after week, I never heard a single thing from him. So I started getting a little bit more creative, and I started calling him over and over and over, and I started texting him over and over and over. And what was weird is that my messages were actually delivering to him. So on iPhones, if you don't have iMessage with iPhones, if your phone is turned off or if you don't have service or anything like that, it'll send green messages, which are text messages. He was getting blue messages, which are iMessages, which means that his phone was on, connected to the internet of some sort, and also was for sure receiving these texts, and it was saying delivered. So I had confirmation the texts were going through, my calls were going through, everything was fine, but I never ever could hear back from him. And I was so lost at why. I didn't get it, because at the point of you selling something, if you no longer own it, regardless if you keep the title or not, that person has a legal bill of sale that was notarized to prove, hey, I no longer own this vehicle, they do. So there really isn't any point in him trying to keep the title, and that's why I didn't think it was malicious at first, and I was like, nah, there's no way. He wouldn't just keep the title, because what is he going to do with the title to a bike that he doesn't even have? There's literally no point. Well, a few more weeks go by, and still I had not heard anything from him. And so at that point, I kind of started getting worried, because I really didn't know what else to do at all. So I started doing a little bit of background research on him, and I saw that he literally somehow the day of him sending me the picture of the title was on a quote-unquote vacation, and with his wife or girlfriend or whatever. And I was like, well, damn, maybe he went on vacation and he forgot to send the title out, which wasn't that important. But what's weird is that he was a really great guy. He seemed to be very trustworthy, and I didn't understand why he would be ghosting me or ignoring me or anything. I had a weird feeling in my gut, so we ended up calling the police. And I wasn't calling the police trying to have them go press charges against them or anything like that. It was more of me calling the police because I was worried. I wanted them to do a wellness check on him, just to go knock on his door to make sure that he was okay, because I had not heard from him in, like I said, months at this point. It was just odd. It was very weird, because the guy, like I said, was a very trustworthy guy. There was no reason for him to hold the title from me. He couldn't do anything with it. And so what was the reason for him getting the title, sending me a picture of it, and then never messaging again? I literally could not wrap my mind around it. It was like a completely unsolved mystery. It was weird. Well, the police go and they do a wellness check on him, and he's not at his apartment. And I was like, well, that's weird. That's not good. I literally was like halfway sick to my stomach at that point, because I was like, oh shit, something actually happened to this guy on vacation, and his phone was left on a charger or something. I have no clue. After that, I did a little bit more research and kept trying, because it was weird. Everybody that I was talking to, nobody really cared. They just thought I was calling about, I don't know, maybe somebody thought, I don't know, they just, every time I would get on the phone with the police, they thought that I was only calling because I was upset about the title. And I was like, listen, take the title out of the scenario. I'm worried about this individual, because this is not, I was like, I'm just trying to explain that the title situation ties into it, because he can't do anything with it. It's obvious that something must have last minute happened to him to keep him from sending that to me. I'm not worried about the fact that I didn't get the title. I'm more concerned about the individual, and the cops would not want to talk to me. They couldn't do this and couldn't do that, because, and I get it, I really do. The cops are limited technically for what they can do legally, and they did try. So I mean, I'm not ultra upset about it. It's just more about the fact that I really wish that I could have done something more, because I don't know. It also sucked because the guy lives 10 hours from me. So what do you do with a guy 10 hours away other than call the police and have them do a wellness check? And then what do you do whenever they show up and they say that he's not there? Like, what can you possibly do at that point if the police are not willing to help or listen or do anything? So I started doing a little bit more research. I found out where his girlfriend worked, and I found out his girlfriend's number through a babysitting ad online, and I found literally his mom's address and found everything. I turned into a private investigator really quickly. I was trying to figure out what happened to this guy, where my title was, and it just nothing made sense, nothing was adding up. So anyways, I ended up finding out that in Del Rio, Texas is where his mother lived. So I called the Del Rio Police Department, and I have the Del Rio Police go out to his mom's house to do a wellness check. And this is where I got a little irritated, but I didn't understand why yet. And let me finish. I promise it'll make sense. I called the police, and they go and they do a wellness check on his mom, and this is what they said.
Hey, I am calling, trying to get hopefully a wellness check on somebody.
And what's this welfare check for? Has he not responded for a while?
So crazy enough, he was a guy that I was talking to for a bit, and I bought a Ducati motorcycle from him. Really super nice guy, great guy. All of a sudden, he went on vacation and was supposed to send this title back to me, and after going on vacation, he has not responded back, but his phone is still on, but none of his family has spoken to him either. And
how long has that been?
I've lost communication with him now for about 2 months. I've got a notarized bill of sale for the bike, and I've also got a copy of his ID front and back, so I wouldn't think that this would be like any kind of malicious intent, so I was wondering if something had happened to him.
Yes, I can send an officer out to
Address redacted.
to go ahead and try to make contact with Mr. So just advising that you or his family haven't made contact with him in about 2 months. Do you want to go ahead and have the officer call you after the call, sir?
Please, that would be great.
Okay, absolutely. We'll send an officer to do a welfare check on him.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was smooth.
That was very smooth.
Hopefully that was way too easy.
Huh? Yeah. So we picked the bike up in San Antonio, but his normal address before he moved for school was in Del Rio. So I guess that's his family's house. This is weird.
So yeah, after that, they literally told me, hey, his mom said that he's talked to her within the last week, so we really can't do anything here. The guy seems to be fine. His mom is saying that he's fine. She doesn't want to talk to us to tell us anything, but he is fine, so this is as far as we're going to be able to do. You're going to have to settle this in civil claims court or whatever. Basically take him to court, sue him, whatever, and try to get the title from him. So again, I'm like, oh my God, okay, how is this making sense? Why is this guy doing this? I'm so lost at this point. So again, I go even further and I start doing more and more research to no end. I literally could not figure this out. And another probably, I don't know, week goes by. One afternoon, I'm literally just sitting at my desk and I'm working, and all of a sudden I get a text, and I look at my phone and it's a text from the freaking guy with the Panigale title, and I was like, oh my God.
Alright, what?
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. This shit is fucking hilarious.
What?
You literally texted me at 2 minutes ago. Oh yeah, sorry. The Ducati guy texted me. This shit's hilarious, dude. Hey Gavin, I am so sorry. I just flew back into San Antonio. I've been working on the border on a special assignment. I didn't mean to do this, or do you like this? I completely apologize. Thank you for the welfare check. Can you please send me your address? I'm gonna try and make it to the UPS store before they close in 30 minutes. I said that I thought that he was military. He said it was for a special assignment. I thought he was fucking military. I told Nick and them that. Pretty sure that he is either military or like
He might just
FBI.
He might just not be able to disclose it.
I said, hey man, it's really great to hear from you finally. LOL. My address is this, and I'll put the address.
Ask him for a tracking number.
2 months later, how does somebody just hold, like, I wonder what the situation is that happened. How did he go from like, I've got this title, and then like, he literally just disappeared.
I don't know.
I wonder if he's like Secret Service or FBI and like dead ass serious, just got like literally called that second and had to fucking leave to the border.
It's a possibility. I mean, I wouldn't have asked him.
He said he was at the border on a special assignment. I want to ask him. Be like, what the fuck? Dude, I have been sending him the meanest text, dude. Like, dude, I have been sending the ugliest messages, and then he just randomly. But there's a good reason for it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I think he understands.
I wonder if his mom knew and couldn't tell the police what he was doing.
It's possible. It's very possible.
He said, so sorry again. Yes, will do. Give me a few minutes. God, what a fucking plot twist. It has a good ending. Fair. So far.
Y'all are probably going to end up being friends after this.
Yeah, I'm not getting ahead of
Alright, that's cool.
I need that fucking title, dude. This has been going on for so long. This has like honestly been one of the primary stresses in my life for like the last 60 days, and it's been so fucking awful. Every night I go to bed and I wake up and I'm like, I like wake up out of cold sweat and I'm like, fuck, the title's not here still. I gotta fall back asleep. It's horrible.
You fucking stupid ass.
So what was odd is that his text was using very specific types of talking, and he said that he was on a special assignment at the border for coronavirus, and he couldn't respond because he was doing that, and it was very weird. I have never heard of any special assignment. I don't know. It was just very confusing. If you guys know something that I don't, I would love to understand what this means or what anything, but I really didn't want to press the guy to tell me anything because I didn't know if maybe he was Secret Service or FBI or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the country that I just would rather not question. So the next thing I know, he's like, dude, I'm at the UPS place right now. I'm getting the title shipped out. I promise I'll send you pictures. I'll get you tracking. I'll get everything. And I was like, okay. Literally a few minutes go by and he is already at the UPS place, like directly after he landed back at his house. He immediately is texting me back. He runs home, grabs the title, goes to the UPS place, ships it off, and then sends me confirmation pictures of it going in the envelope, of it being literally him handing it to the guy at UPS, and then also of the tracking and everything. So literally just like that, everything was somehow resolved. And I was like, okay, there's no way. And so still, I didn't understand it. And so I was kind of questioning him some more. And I was like, so they didn't let you bring your phone? And he was kind of being skittish with his answer. So I didn't press any further. It's not any of my business anyways, honestly. Everybody's got their own thing. But at the end of the day, a few days later, I finally get my title in the mail for it. And that was probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago now. And so now, for the first time, I'm finally able to ride this bike around after doing crazy investigation work, after feeling like I got scammed out of literally a $30,000 bike, after all kinds of stuff. Finally, I got the title in, and finally I'm riding this bike. So that is the crazy story. So after fighting through the riots and getting to go pick up this bike and being so overly joyed, I had to wait 3 months after buying it to actually freaking ride the thing, and now finally today, I'm riding it. Finally, I'm here riding the bike, and I didn't want to disclose any of this information ahead of time because I didn't want anybody, I don't know, I just didn't feel like telling anybody about it yet, and that is the reason why I've not written it. I've seen all your comments, and I know everybody's been upset about the fact that I bought this, and everybody was expecting content with it, and I haven't written it, and this and that, but the reason why, like I said, I had no title for it, so I didn't want the bike getting impounded, didn't want to get any damage, so I didn't write it, which honestly makes it even more bittersweet because today, like I said, 3 months later, I'm on the bike riding it, and it's even cooler. So since the last time that I rode it, this thing has gotten throttle spacers, which fixed the throttle slack that I was complaining about whenever I picked it up. A lot of guys complain about these with the V4S's, or the V4s in general, really, from Ducati. They complain about the throttle slack, and so after feeling it, that was definitely one of the first things I wanted to replace, and I'm glad I did. It feels amazing now, like really, truly it does. We got our clear clutch cover on the side. I got a few more parts that I got coming in the mail as well that haven't arrived yet. It should be an absolutely beautiful bike when I'm done. Hey look, this house right here, and there's 32 acres right here for sale next to it. I almost bought all that. I was supposed to buy it and build out a subdivision and use that house to live in until I build my house, but ended up backing out on it because we're currently throwing money in a bunch of other places right now that I feel are more important, like the motorcycle dealership, and my giveaway company, doing giveaways on my other channel and stuff like that. So golly, man, I am just baffled. It is so good to ride this thing again. I've had to sit and stare at a freaking Ducati Panigale V4S now for months, knowing it's mine, knowing I paid for it, and thinking I got scammed out of it, and thinking I'd never be able to ride it again. And here we are, 8 a.m. on a Monday morning. That guy almost just swerved into my lane and hit me. We just did a fresh oil change in here as well. Got some motor oil put in here, new filter, all that good stuff. Bike feels great now, honestly. I can only faintly remember what it felt like riding it stock, but riding it now with everything done to it, it just feels great. We fixed the check engine light. The any luck riding this bike, or not been able to really ride this bike since buying it. Bought a $30,000 Panigale V4S, and have not gotten to ride it in 3 months of owning it. And I know you guys hate me, and like I said, I read the comments, I see that you guys are upset. So I felt like you were at least deserved an explanation for why, and that is the reason. So what do you guys think? Comment down below and let me know. I'm kind of curious. I don't understand what the guy meant by a special assignment, but like I said, it's not really any of my business, so I didn't prod. But my guess, I'm assuming maybe he had something for work. He told me it was a special assignment for work, and his work says that he works at a nursing home, which is odd, going on a special assignment to the border for a nursing home, but who knows, I don't know. Super nice guy overall though, really. He was a great guy. It's just a lot of weird stuff that happened that honestly I'm not even going to question. I'm just going to leave it alone. I think that's best. Some things are just better going unquestioned, you know? I got the title, that's all I need. Oh man, this is just an absolute dream to ride. I cannot even believe it. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts though about what you think happened or why, or maybe somebody's got a little bit more information or knowledge about that type of stuff that I am missing. I don't know. It's just something that was very weird that I feel like I said a minute ago, is like an unsolved mystery. I don't even know what happened. I don't know anything. All I know is that the guy disappeared off the face of the earth for a few months. Hey, roller. Let's go. Absolutely miss this thing like crazy. We also put a new windscreen on it, in case you can't tell. This windscreen is super big, but what it does is it deflects the wind straight up and over my helmet. So I'm hoping you guys will be able to hear me talking a lot better, even though we're going 85. So
I'm gonna be on the Ducati doing the story time, and then at the end of this, I'm gonna be like, hey, now I can go ride it. So it's actually gonna pick up at the end of here, at the beginning of the video of riding it, but in the same video. So it's like Inception, but crazy.
I don't know if I have a full grasp on
You're not
what you
following?
just said.
I got it.
We can figure it out.
I got it.
Anyways,
It's big brain time.
thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like on this video. As always, damn, we don't have a catchphrase for this channel yet. What channel is this going on?
Power up.